Welcome to News Alert on Capital Television. The Electoral Commission has set August 4, 2014 as the new date to begin the revision of the voters' register. The EC registration exercise will allow Ghanaians who turned 18 after the 2012 general elections and adults who could not register during the previous registration exercises to do so. Applicants are informed only a Ghanaian passport, a driver's license, a national identification card or an old voter's ID card issued before the coming into force of C-172 will be accepted as means of identification. The Supreme Court on Wednesday unanimously granted a perpetual injunction restraining the Electoral Commission from using the National Health Insurance Card in its current form as an identity card for voter registrations. According to the EC, persons who qualify to register but do not have the required identification documents can register with two guarantors. The registration exercise will start at 7 a.m. and close at 6 p.m. daily at the designated electoral areas. When government introduced prepaid meters in 2005 to replace the post-paid meters in a bid to ensure efficiency in the usage of electricity and also reduce the cumbersome nature of the work of the electricity personnel, citizens expressed misgivings, but years after its introduction, have the challenges ceased. According to the Electricity Company of Ghana, the prepaid meters are convenient because there is no need for the distribution of electricity bills to various houses or residences. The company also contends the use of the prepaid meters as ensured bills are not left by tenants for landlords when the tenants are ejected or they leave one compound to another. Capital News has been finding out from vendors the challenges they face.
Customers can't read their meters, like they don't know how to read their balances, they don't know how to keep their cards, and they don't know that the meters can also run negative sometimes. So they come and it was like, my credit, I bought credit and I can't see it on the meter, so what has happened to it? But because they don't show the card to the meter first, they think we've maybe stolen their credit or didn't sell everything for them. Some think we can manipulate the machine and sell what less than what we print for them. For now, the only thing we are now cultivating to do is whenever you come to buy credit, you are supposed to show your card to the meter, so the vendor will know the balance on the meter as such when you are buying. So if there is any negative, we'll be able to tell you, oh, there's a negative of 2 cedis or 1 cedi. So what you buy, it will take out of it. I think it's better because most people are now sensitive and they can monitor their consumptions. Sometimes they'll say, oh, it's monthly, so I'll wait for the month to end. But now, whatever you do, you have to just monitor your credit, because if it gets finished, you buy more. It's pay as you go. So it depends on you how you use it.
Well, it has helped. It has helped. Yes, it has helped, because for now, people are now conscious of the things they use and how they use them. Okay, that one, it has helped us. People were not educated before it came. Okay, so because of that, they don't understand lots of things about. You have customers coming in and then raining insults on you. You are like you are a thief. You've stolen their money. You get. But if they were educated well, I don't think they'll come making noise like that.
For some Ghanaians, the prepaid meters are expensive. Prepaid units in short supply, leading to queues at ECG offices. They told the news team more.
The prepaid is good. You see, it helps for the how do we call it? The stealing of power and whatever. So it's good. The prepaid is good, but it's only that where they are fixed. See the poles. You see the pole will be about 100 meters distance. Where they will fix that is about 100 residents. You see their meters, prepaid meters fixed over there. It's not the best.
In the prepaid meters, I think in terms of revenue generation, I think is good for the country. But at the same time, also it might not be convenience to a lot of Ghanaians, But I think in terms of economizing the energy way of life, I think is good for the country. And then I recommend it because we have to be able to change the way we do things. And I supported that program very well.
Because you see, the problem, only problem I want say, be out at midnight, and so creditor son, who were inside one local gate, 20 million cop and home for bonus in Fanco Gusu. And me program in
the prepaid meter has both negative and its positive side, and with the positive, households are conserving more energy, as in limiting the number of gadgets they use at home, and also the times at which certain things are on and off. It's being regulated. But with the negative aspect, it consumes a lot of money. When you buy your prepaid within some shortest possible time, it runs off unexpectedly at dawn or at night. You can't access one, you have to wait for the next day. Yeah, that's the negative, but the positive outweighs the negative. Yeah.
Prepaid na kaba kwen to me akashin ibahani government ba nashika ayakashin boni kwen first any waste your system ni mention kani eka for washing anyhow kajalebi oba na heko me mokobeje me nuchu mokobeje machine kani ye on na kan naka femo e shika government loser she with the prepaid now na akashin akashin mo fiamo efe concern akashin sani de lanche e preserve shika.
6 people have so far died in the recent cholera outbreak that has hit the La community. The La General Hospital is still battling with the overwhelming numbers that continue to report at the facility daily. Within the past 2 weeks, about 192 cases have been reported at the facility. This has compelled the outpatient department to be converted into a cholera ward where affected persons are treated. Speaking to Capital TV News, the Senior Health Service Administrator of the La General Hospital, Philip Afechikoto, noted that the recent rains together with the insanitary conditions within the community account for the high numbers being recorded.
After the recent rains, those heavy rains, we started having cases of that nature from all over, from places like La. Majority of the cases are from the La community, especially La Olympia. But we have received cases also from Teshi, some few cases from Weja, from Art Center here, and some cases from Spinters Road. So that is the situation at the moment. And from last night, midnight to this morning, we received about 29 cases for last night to this morning alone. And now the cases have shot up to, the cases we've seen so far have shot up to about 228 persons treated here. Now, most of them are discharged. Those that are stable, we discharge them to go home. And we are holding some here. We are holding some cases here still. They are not stable to go home. Unfortunately, we lost 6 of them. But I must admit that these 6, 4 of them were brought in dead. Those are people who didn't access our health facility early. And at that point, the question is that what can man do? And so it is important for the general public to also, if you know that your relative is passing through, is vomiting, the best thing is to rush him or her to the nearest hospital for treatment. But some of them delay in coming, and that has led to some of these deaths. We are advising the general public that hand washing practice is very, very important. People should wash their hands with carbolic soap, if possible warm water. They should warm their food before they eat.
The Chief Executive Officer of Kesben Group of Companies, Kwabena Kese, has been remanded in police custody on orders of an Accra Circuit Court. The Kumasi-based businessman is being held for 2 counts of money laundering and forgery of documents, charges he pleaded not guilty to. He is accused of illegally transferring about $128 million out of Ghana to dubious locations, as well as forging documents to the bank to facilitate the transfer. Although Mr. Kesben lawyers went to court to apply for bail, the presiding judge, Mr. Francis Obri, dismissed the application. The judge explained the suspect is likely to interfere with police investigations should he be granted bail. He, however, advised that the suspect should be allowed access to his lawyers and relatives. The Kesben chief is to reappear in court on August 7, 2014. As part of moves to win the upcoming First Capital Plus Premier League trophy, Accra Hearts of Oak has appointed coach Herbert Addo as their new technical team head. Coach Addo replaces Mohamed Polo, whose contract was not renewed at the end of the last season. Other members of the technical team include Steve Bugri, assistant coach, Eddie Ansa, goalkeepers trainer, Dauda Lutrot, coach of the youth team, and Saban Kwe as team manager. Speaking at a ceremony to unveil him and other members of the technical team, Coach Herbert Addo assured the leadership of the club that his aim is to do better than he did with the club some years ago.
Say thank you very much for the board for selecting me as a head coach of Accra Hearts of Oak Sporting Club Limited. I'm very grateful, and before I started even work, a lot of people have been coming and telling me they want you at Heart of Oak, etc. And when I was eventually approached by the board and accepted, I had one big problem, which I could not sleep because the supporters started calling me. And some of the things they were saying, in fact, the third day too, I could not sleep. They say, Coach, you came here, you did something. We want you to do more. That means I have to win 60 matches out of 60 matches in the next 2 years. I cannot afford to lose even one match because the last time I came, I played 60 league matches and I only lost 2 league matches. So you can see the headache I've got now to try and better that.
The board chairman of the club, Togbe Afede, explained his confidence in the new team in restoring the club to its glorious days when it ruled Ghana and continental football.
Well, let me say with a lot of pride that each one of the people who enters into today is a very committed person, very disciplined and very dedicated, and they've already demonstrated it. Each one of them started work for Accra Hearts of Oak even before he received his letter of appointment. I'm happy to note that. And they will be headed by someone whom we consider to one of the very best, indeed, if not the very, very best coach in the country today. Like his assistant, Mr. Abugri, he's also bilingual. Apart from all the Ghanaian languages, the main Ghanaian languages, he also speaks French. So at the helm of our technical affairs, we have English speakers, French, and then Spanish, which is very good for us. We want to establish Hearts of Oak as the most recognizable name in all of Africa. You remember once upon a time, we were ranked the 8th best club in the world. We want to restore those glory days. Thank you very much.
Honorable Mahama Ayariga has called for the collaboration of the security services with the ministry. This is to promote a national campaign on physical fitness and to boost the quality of Ghana's teams which participate in local and international competitions. Honorable Ayariga made this known to the media in a press conference at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. This collaboration is with Ghana Armed Forces, Ghana Air Force, Ghana Navy, Ghana Immigration Services and Ghana Police Services. The others are Ghana National Fire Service and Custom Excise and Preventive Services. The minister said he believes that the forces have strong sports directorates, so a collaboration with them will not only bring corporate engagement into our sporting disciplines in the country, but will enhance the development of modalities for promoting and supporting community keep fit clubs and training of civilian instructors across the country.
Liberia's President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has ordered the closure of all schools in her country in an attempt to deal with the spread of the deadly Ebola virus disease. She has also declared Friday a work-free day to enable health workers in the country to disinfect and chlorinate all public facilities. President Johnson Sirleaf announced the measures in a nationwide broadcast. As part of the plans, government officials will no longer be allowed to travel unless it is absolutely necessary and critical. All non-essential staff have been placed on a 30-day compulsory leave. President Sirleaf revealed that the Liberian government had provided an initial contribution of $5 million for the commencement of immediate implementation of the plan. Video clubs and entertainment centers have been directed to have improved sanitation, including facilities for the washing of hands prior to entering and exiting. The Ministry of Health and relevant agencies are also to consider the cremation of all victims of the deadly Ebola virus. This measure is intended to avoid tampering with the dead and contaminating water sources. President of Sierra Leone, Ernest Bai Koroma, has also declared a state of emergency for Ebola and cancelled his participation at the US-Africa Leaders Summit. Meanwhile, Ghana's President John Dramani Mahama has left for the US-Africa Leaders Summit. President Mahama will use the opportunity to sign $500,000 contract from the Millennium Challenge account for the country's energy sector.
One of the country's renowned music producers and CEO of Pidgin Music, Panji Anov, has given confirmation he is gay. The producer made a startling declaration on his Facebook page and then gave confirmation on a radio interview. On his Facebook page, Panji stated, "I wish to announce today that I am gay, so that all the people who don't want a gay friend on Facebook can unfriend me now." According to the music producer, he observed a lot of prejudice against gays, and being one who believes in freedom, decided to declare his stand. He said when two consenting adults decide to have sex, he sees no crime being committed. Panji Anov is a pioneer of Pidgin music production and promotion in Ghana. He has managed One Love the Kubolo and Mensa and currently handles King Ayusoba.
That ends News Alert on Capital Television.